Hello everybody, welcome to a session of live solar image streaming. So I've currently got the hydrogen alpha quark set up on the scope, and you can see a sunspot quite nicely in view there. So this is a single sunspot, and you can see all these lines of magnetism because of the magnetic field that's emanating from that sunspot and is responsible for the sunspot being in existence. Of course, these... Hello everybody, welcome to image streaming. So I've currently got the hydrogen alpha quark set up on the scope. I can hear myself on this, so I'm going to have to stop live magnetism. The magnetic field emanating from that sunspot and it's okay, carry on. Okay, so we've got a sunspot there, quite nicely visible, with all the magnetic fields emanating around it. So I'm going to wander around and show you a couple more. So let's move over to this part of the sun down here, and there's a couple of really nice groups of sunspots just over here. So I'll center that in the center. And you can see this is quite an active area. Here we go. So this is a lovely pair of sunspots here, and you can see a magnetic field around those. And this lovely little group here, you can't really see the sunspots very well in the hydrogen alpha image, but in the white light image you can. And there's quite a lot of activity because this bright area shows that this is quite active. Now I know, because I was looking a little earlier, taking some images, that not far from here there is a prominence. So if we go towards the limb here, now prominences are the plasma that's going away from the disk of the sun in the magnetic fields that are produced. So here it is here. So here's the sunspots just over here. This is the limb of the sun, and they're a lot fainter than the rest of the disk. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to increase the gain and the exposure, and you can see that prominence is coming out really, really nicely. You can see that starting to stick out, really pointy prominence sticking out away from the limb of the sun, held in those magnetic fields around the limb. It's a lot fainter. So let's wander across the disk and we'll see what else we can find around there. So there's a few little prominences sticking out. Oh, always get the controls in the wrong way. There's a nice little loop of plasma there. And that's really faint. You can see that stretching right across there. I'm going to increase the gain again so we can bring that out. So you can see the plasma held in that magnetic field. Absolutely beautiful. Carry on around. And again, there's another fairly big prominence showing lots and lots of structure. Let's take that down a bit because it's overexposed the brighter parts towards the sun's limb there. Quite nicely, it's held in that magnetic field just above the limb. I can get that a bit better for you. There you go. Carry on round. These are much the biggest ones on the sun at the moment. You will see. Try and get the buttons in the right way. There's not much as you come around this part of the sun's limb. A little one there, quite bright. So we're going to take the exposure and the gain down a bit so you can see some of the structure in those a little bit better. And back around the sun. So we've overexposed the chromosphere here. So completely washed out because we're looking at fainter prominences that are sticking out from the limb. There we go. There's lots and lots of structure in that one there. And let's carry We should eventually come back to the first one that we started on, right near the sunspots. Just about to come into view now. There it comes. There you go. So the prominences are a lot fainter than the rest of the chromosphere that we see in hydrogen alpha light. So if we want to see the surface over here, we have to take the exposure down quite a bit, and you see how that prominence is now faded. But we can start to see the surface. Well, we say a surface, but you see the structure on the chromosphere, because it's all gas, it's all plasma, very highly energetic plasma. Those bright bits around those sunspots are where the activity is highest. Let's just have a wander around to some of the other sunspots that are in here as well before we finish. Another one all on its own just over here. Go up here, there's another pairing of sunspots. You can really see nicely the magnetic field that's between those two sunspots. As you can see, it's now 11:28 in the morning in the UK, and the atmosphere is starting to get a little bit wobbly. So you see it bouncing around quite nicely. Hope you enjoyed the tour around, and I'm going to stop now, switch over to white light, and then show you the same features, well, the sunspots anyway, because you can't see the prominences in white light, and show you those in white light. Okay. So